Video games. Since my childhood, I've absolutely played video games every day of my life. It's super crucial to my character. Video games are super influential to my childhood and also to my personality. You can tell because the song in the background is a video game song that comes from Twilight Princess. Some of the best games to have fun in are casual games that I can play with my friends, like Roblox and Siege. Let me show you.
I was like, what if I pull up to your house, but like you don't let me in? So like I'm just at the
door. Don't let me in. Now, one of the most controversial parts of gaming is the difference between AAA games and indie games. Most of the people now in the video game scene absolutely hate AAA games, besides, your original like CODs and stuff, because, people just buy it because it's COD. But now, things like Silent Hill, Resident Evils, and now even reaching towards the most stubborn of them all, Nintendo, with their new Mario Kart World selling at $90, which is an absurd price for just another Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but just like with a cow, I guess. I mean, like, you could argue, like, yeah, it's the Switch 2, it's a release thing, Nintendo needs their money, I guess, but I think it could have gone better. Like me, I'm not very much of a graphics person. Like, I don't really care about the graphics. I just want to play Mario Kart. I don't care. I play some of the most crappiest graphical games known to man, like Sega Patrol R and Cruelty Squad. They have really unique art styles, but you have to admit it, it's really ugly looking. But even so, like crazy sleeper games like Hunt Showdown, they have insane graphics, they're amazing, and they're still considered indie. Like, how can these developers, these big companies really just try to be more open with its prices instead of gouging it out from all of our pockets? Even though gaming was supposed to be a very open genre of hobby. But yeah, here segues to the interviews.
I'm gonna trip the mines for you.
Hi, go ahead.
What I think about video game price gouging is that it is really unfair to the poorer people who really just can't afford expensive games, because $60 games, not everyone has money for like $60 or $80 games that AAA companies make. So I really think it's just unfair to the people. And it's, even if people have the money, they're still going to complain because no one wants to buy a $60 game. As of right now, I think indie gaming is at a better state than AAA games, because mainstream games, they just don't really have a good amount of content in the same way that indie games do. And indie games really just feel like more passionate and better made.
That's scary. Pop! El Wiro.
Video game price gouging is absolutely horrible. It is often seen as big studio companies caring more about profit than the content of the game itself. AAA games being a huge case for this. Those types of games, to me, seem very repetitive and set at way too high of a price. Take, for example, the Call of Duty series. All they really care about now is money and collaborations with even more famous pieces of media, like the Beavis and Butthead collab, which came out of nowhere. Indie games bring more variety to the table, with my personal favorites being The Binding of Isaac, Library of Runa, and Death Note Killer of Finn. Indie games feel like they're made with more passion, focusing on the enjoyment of the players more than the game's profit.
To conclude my statements, I want to say that indie gaming, which raised me as a child and it still does as a young adult, is far superior than AAA gaming. AAA gaming has a lot of downsides. Although of its funding, most of it is just soulless and corporate. I genuinely do not believe that these are good additions to games, and they just sort of make my experience worse. Games that, like you've seen here in the background, like Outcome Memories, have a completely amazing experience with absolute no funding. It's easily accessible and you can play with any device. And that is what real gaming looks like. Thank you for listening to my podcast. Bye.